So I've kind of already been to Disney Abu Dhabi. Let me explain. Park swap. Today we're going to be talking about Disney Abu Dhabi from someone who has recently been to Abu Dhabi to Yas Island where they're announcing this park will be built. I've actually been to all the Miral parks in Abu Dhabi, so we can talk about how this fits into the existing theme park lineup there and why I think this is a really good idea for both parties. So on May 7th, Disney announced that they're going to be building a new resort in Abu Dhabi, which is pretty incredible. They're calling it the most technologically advanced Disney park ever made, and I definitely can see that happening. Abu Dhabi is a very tech-forward place. If you've been there, there's drones all over the place. They're really trying to innovate in all ways. I mean, it looks so futuristic there. It's ridiculous. I'm looking at a hospital. It looks like the most advanced technological building ever. It's just a hospital. The United Arab Emirates actually started out as pearl divers and fishermen, which is pretty wild. And then in the 1960s, they discovered oil, and that really changed everything for them. They went from being, a really small, kind of undeveloped place to suddenly having a bunch of money basically overnight. And from there, they've just been building new thing out of new thing, and it's always generally the best of the best in the world. And I can definitely attest to that as someone who's been there. It's also a good location because it's, centrally located to places like India and other high densely populated areas. There's actually a lot of tourism in the United Arab Emirates as well. So very busy place, especially when the weather's not literally the worst, which it can be literally the worst. Just like Oriental Land Company in Japan paid for everything, built the parks, and operates the parks, this is going to be a very similar deal. So you can expect really good rides, really high budgets, because money's really not an issue for the people in the UAE. And just like it wasn't really that much of an issue for the Oriental Land Company in Japan. So on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, it's this really cute little region where there's a Formula One racetrack, which I got to drive on, super fun. They have really nice hotels there. And it's connected to this massive mall. So in the center of Yas Island is this massive mall. And then branching out from the mall, you have all these different theme parks. So not only do they have Yas Water World, which is a really nice water park. I didn't actually visit that one, but I visited all the theme parks besides that on that island. They have Ferrari World, which is a whole theme park themed to Ferraris. It's kind of funny. There's a ton of really good roller coasters in that park, though, including Formula Rossa, which is currently the world's fastest roller coaster, which was unfortunately down when I visited. It's back up now, but that's definitely a reason to visit if you're a roller coaster fan. Next to that is Warner Bros. Movie World, which is really nice. It kind of reminds me of a Universal theme park, but it's all inside. It's one of the largest indoor theme parks. They have really nice rides there. I mean, they have rides that remind you of Spider-Man from Universal Orlando, rides that remind you of Forbidden Journey at Islands of Adventure. So they really do have some pretty cool rides there. So that is another park they have. And then really the best park and the newest park is SeaWorld Abu Dhabi. And this place is mind-blowing. I mean, it costs so much money. It is insanely beautiful, insanely detailed, and the theming is just next level in their properties. They do a really fantastic job with, the theming and everything. I will say Warner Brothers Movie World is kind of more kids park in some ways, especially in kind of like the Flintstones area and things like that. When you get to the DC area, it really feels amazing, especially for being an indoor air-conditioned space. I mean, the theming is next level there. Be sure to subscribe to Park Swap because I'm going to be posting detailed videos on each of these theme parks that Miral currently operates. And I think it'll give you a lot of insight into how good these places are and also what they're lacking, which Disney could help fill in. If you look at Yas Island, there's really only one place that this theme park can go, and that is Yas Beach. It's a massive oceanfront property. And what's nice about Abu Dhabi in general is if they need more land, they just dredge up some sand and literally build more land. So already this is looking like a solid 200-acre plot of land that's just free and open, ready for development. But you could make the connections that they could expand this if they want to go big with it. And I think they really will want to go big with it. Something I've noticed after visiting the UAE is there's a lot of amazing theme parks, but a lot of them are very empty most of the year. And the reason for that, I think, is not a lot of people know about the UAE, or it doesn't come up in normal conversations, especially in the US or even Europe. I don't hear anyone talking about it. And a lot of that is the name recognition. I mean, I think if you immediately know there's a Disney park there and the press that comes with that, that'll make a big difference for all these other parks that they already own and operate. So I think this is a huge win for them for sure. Like they're getting a really good deal. Even if they're giving up a lot on licensing, they're going to get so much more back in attendance and all their other theme parks that they already have licensing rights to as well. It's really interesting how the UAE works. Over 90% of people who live there are just visitors, people with visas, things like that, people who are actively working in the country. And then there's a very small percentage who are actually Emirati, who grew up there and have citizenship there. So because of that, you have a lot of tourism. It's just a very unique way the governing structure works there. Miral has actually been making a ton of moves lately. They recently just kind of announced some expansion that they're going to be doing. First of all, the Water World area on Yas Island is getting an expansion this year, with 12 more rides and experiences. So that's a big deal. On the Warner Brothers side, they're getting geared up for a brand new Harry Potter expansion. And that's going to be huge. I mean, it's going to be the only other Harry Potter land outside of a Universal park that can have rides and everything like that. So that will, definitely bring in the crowds there. And then Ferrari World has also announced a new record-breaking roller coaster they're going to be building soon, which is going to be surpassing many records. And who knows what that could be? That sounds, very high in the sky. We'll see what they actually announce. But if you look at the lineup here, they're basically adding a different expansion or improvement in all their parks there, really. SeaWorld's already perfect. You don't need to touch it at all. It is incredible. They barely have rides, but they have the best vibes. It's really the best aquarium experience you could ever see in the world. I can't wait to post my video on that. Warner Brothers Movie World is also adding 2 new DC attractions as well. So they have the licensing rights to the DC universe, and they're using it really well. I mean, there's Metropolis, there's Gotham City in there, and there's a lot of rides associated with those properties that are really good. I mean, that's so far for me the number one reason why I would visit Yas Island is for Warner Brothers Movie World and SeaWorld. I mean, they're pretty much tied. Like if you like rides, you want to go to Warner Brothers Movie World. If you just want the coolest thing you've ever seen, that's definitely SeaWorld. I really would have thought that Disney wouldn't want to be here just because there's so many competing theme parks all run by the same group. It's very different than OLC or other Disney parks around the world where they're kind of in their own bubble and there's not a lot of other competition around them. It is more like Orlando where they're all right next to each other. In this case, they're all owned and operated by Miral, which is really funny. But I completely get it from Disney's angle, right? I mean, they are going to get licensing deals out of this. They're just going to get nice recurring revenue. And I think the coolest part for us Disney fans is they're basically going to get an unlimited budget. Imagineers are just going to be able to go nuts with this thing. Cats are crazy. Just like you've seen insane stuff out of the Oriental Land Company in Japan, you're going to see probably even more insane stuff coming out of this partnership. And the reason for that is people in the UAE, they like to do it the best in the world or they don't do it at all. So how it really works, and this is genuinely how it works, is an Emirati will come to the US, they'll visit SeaWorld, they'll say, this is pretty cool. I want SeaWorld, but where I live. And then suddenly the best SeaWorld of all time comes out of that because they basically call up SeaWorld. They're like, hey, we have billions of dollars and we just want to pay you money to use your stuff. Are you cool with that? And SeaWorld will be like, yes. And suddenly SeaWorld can help design the craziest place in the world. They get the name recognition for it. And then Miral gets to own it, bring in their tourists. And then, the UAE gets to say they have the best blank in the world. So that is what's going to happen with this Disney park. I'm sure of it. And we're going to have the craziest rides of all time. Really no budget as a concern here, which is going to be something we really haven't seen before and is weird to see in this day and age, especially with Disney in the US and with their own parks kind of just struggling and not putting in the money that the parks deserve. So I already touched on it a bit, but after visiting all the parks that Miral owns and just in the UAE in general, there's a distinct lack of good animatronics, of good storytelling in these rides. They might be extremely good at theming and everything, but I haven't seen a single good animatronic in that whole country. And I think the expertise that Imagineering could bring to that level will just make things nuts. Because if they can supply the money, Imagineering can just go at it. It's going to be something very, very special. And genuinely, that is what has been missing for me after visiting these parks. They're crazy, but the attention to detail hasn't always been there. And I'd say some of the operations have been iffy. And the worst part is just really bad animatronics and storytelling that is all kind of what Disney excels at. If they can train everybody on the operations, bring in the best animatronics, and just the best ride systems, we're in for a treat for sure. There's a few things I can almost guarantee from being there myself. One, there will be a lot of indoor spaces in this theme park. The concept art doesn't really show that, but it is ridiculously hot there, like absolutely nuts. You don't even want to be outside for like 30 seconds. There is an outdoor theme park near Dubai called Motion Gate, and it was a ghost town. I was probably one of 10 people there, and most people were in the indoor section, which was a DreamWorks section of that park. Outside was virtually empty, and it's completely miserable. Think of Orlando probably times 50. It's terrible. Like if you're outside for more than 30 seconds, you feel gross. So that's crazy. That place has like a city walk vibe and everything, and it is a complete ghost town. So I really do believe there will be more indoor spaces than not, even if the concept art suggests otherwise. It's just a very hot climate there. I also feel strongly that there's not going to be a downtown Disney or anything like that. If anything, there will be a couple hotels next to the theme park and the theme park itself. And the reason I say that is they have a massive mall on Yas Island, and that's part of their whole Yas Island thing. Is there's this massive mall connected to Ferrari World, and they want a lot of the shopping to happen at that mall. So it'd be weird if there was like another area right next to the mall that was also mall-like. To me, that's like a Disney Springs right next to Disney Springs owned by the same company. Technically it's possible, but I just feel like that is also unlikely. What is likely, though, is that this will be the biggest project on Yas Island. I mean, a lot of these theme parks are huge, some of the biggest indoor theme parks in the world. But, comparatively to a Disney park, they're a lot smaller. So things are tinier. There's a lot of indoor scenes that are smaller. But I think they're going to go really big on this one. I think they have to, and I think they know it will be a huge success having someone like Disney on board. I'm honestly shocked. I never thought Disney would do this. I thought the parks that were there now were the best license deals that they could get. To me, this area is fantastic. It already has the theme parks. It's basically the Orlando of theme parks for Abu Dhabi. On the channel, we'll be following this theme park creation every step of the way. I'll be giving you my insights into what I think is or is not possible being in the UAE. And I can't wait to go back to the UAE when this opens. I mean, it's a great reason to go back and visit all these parks that I've grown to love and I really do miss. If you want to come with us on cool adventures in Abu Dhabi, like seeing the best indoor aquarium in the world in SeaWorld, or seeing the worst theme park themed to a soccer team, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me. There's a lot of exciting videos coming up from a lot of strange places around the UAE, and of course, some good videos from Paris and Tokyo as well. And we'll also be going to Epic Universe in just a few short weeks. Can't wait to share our thoughts on Epic Universe with all of you. I'm very excited about this announcement, especially having went so recently to Abu Dhabi and absolutely loving it. That's honestly one of the best places I've ever visited in the world. I mean, everything is brand new, pristine, safe. It's everything you'd want in a vacation destination, and to have a genuinely amazing Disney park there will be crazy. So I'm really hoping for the best on this one. I can't wait to make it there to Abu Dhabi when this theme park opens. And definitely be sure to leave a like on this video if you liked it. I have a lot more I could talk about with the UAE, with Abu Dhabi and Miral and all these different things and how they go together. So if you have any, questions for me as someone who's been so recently, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will be able to make some follow-up videos that are pretty in-depth on this. Thank you for celebrating the world of Disney with me. I'll see you all in the next Park Swap video. Bye! So awesome. Look how tall this is. That is crazy.